this, but it's a meaningless game for the loser. But the winner goes on to play the winner of Mechanical won last night. They beat Warriors, I'm trying to think of all the brackets because of the other brackets. So Waterville playing Green State and Cambridge playing Tangier Harry. So the winner of this game gets Mechanical. If Fonda wins, they play at home. If Stillwater wins, they play at Mechanical. So we have 5 captains out there for Stillwater: Andrew Barber, DJ McCune, Mike Sapone, Ryan Baisley, and Jake Reavers. For Fonda-Fultonville, we have number 79, Aaron Kimball, and number 58 is Jason Kruger. And we're waiting for the point flip. I'm not sure who won it yet. Like I said, it's just a great day here. Anything to say, Jeff?
I'm just glad to be here, you know. Like you said, it's a beautiful day for a ball game here. Warriors come in underdogs, but anything can happen in the game of football, you know, no turnovers, and Stillwater plays the way they're capable of playing, they can win this thing. It's a beautiful day, and I'm glad to be here to help you out, Pete.
And now the starting lineup.
He's 44 in white, he's 84 in white.
And now the starting lineup for your Fonda-Fultonville Braves. Number 15, a junior, Jeff Wiltie. Number 16, a junior, Michael Mancini. Number 17, a senior, Eric Pooler. Number 24, a senior, Greg Newker. Number 29, a senior, Kyle Collins. Number 56, a senior, Nick Bennett. Number 58, a senior, Captain Jason Kruger. Number 59, a senior, Keith Banta. Number 62, a junior, Mike Doherty. Number 79, a senior, Captain Aaron Kimball. And number 88, a junior, Dan Elias. The Braves are coached by Alex Mancini.
Finger in warm-ups today, but he's out there and ready to go. And McEwen will kick a line drive. It'll roll out of bounds near the 20-yard line, and the Braves will get the ball at the 35.
Still has 12 touchdown passes and over 50% completions and only 53 yards short of 1,000.
Still not bad numbers.
Yeah.
And he doesn't play 4 quarters in any game just about, as they have blowouts. He'll throw on first down, and the pass is complete to Chris Dingman. Short yardage. Dingman driven out of bounds at about the 30 minutes.
I suppose here is noteworthy that we should mention the clock is in operation. There are some weeks here that it's not, including last week.
High formation behind Mancini on second down. He'll throw again. He's looking for Collins this time. Collins is open, makes the catch at the 38-yard line, and dragged out from behind by Andrew Barber at the Stillwater 34.
Yeah, while backpedaling, 28 yards, he's averaging 24 yards of reception.
First down at the Stillwater 34. Braves quickly on the move, throwing the football right out of the chute here. And now the run on the I formation. Pooler, big hole up the middle. Pooler tries to cut to his right and is dumped at the 26-yard line. Pickup of...
Pooler's averaging 9.5 yards a carry, 107 yards a game. No longer a secret.
All right, you give him 9. I was going to say 8, but... High formation on second down. Mancini to throw. Looks for Collins. Got him at the 20. Breaks the tackle. 15, 10, and Collins down to the 5-yard line, and then 3 flags are thrown. It's face masking on Stillwater. That'll take the ball to the 2.5 on a half the distance to the goal penalty, and the Braves are rolling on their first drive against a very good defensive team.
Yep. Well, these guys read the papers, and they listen to the locker room show. And they heard all about the Stillwater defense. Yeah, okay, we'll show them who's boss. And that's why they didn't mind taking the ball first. Well, they haven't scored yet, though. They could turn it over and get stuffed here. They don't often do.
No, they don't. They're down at the 3 on the Fultonville, and they'll go with a wishbone set. First and goal at the 3. They give to Newkirk up the middle. Touchdown! Fonda-Fultonville. Craig Newkirk, a 3-yard run with 10:21 to go in the first quarter, and the Braves are on the board already at 6-0.
Another lengthy Fonda-Fultonville.
Good defense.
Third touchdown run this season for Craig Newkirk.
And Ryan Hayes, who has 9,000 extra points and 8,000 soccer goals this year, kicks another extra point, and the Braves lead 7-0. We'll be back after this.
T-shirts, collars, and other fittings you need. Ed's also stocks stainless steel insulated chimney and fittings by Selkirk Metal Vestals for the ultimate in safety and energy efficiency.
Had the same number of extra points as he had goals for the soccer team, 32.
He's got a busy left leg. And he'll kick off for the Braves and drive it deep over the head of Jason Wasson into the end zone for the touchback. And Stillwater will take over at Town Senior. Ryan Baisley and Tyler Mason, well, they won't be starting in the backfield. They have been the starters throughout the course of the year.
Baisley's the fullback.
Baisley is in there. And the give up the middle. Second man through gets only a yard or two to about the 22-yard. Changed his mind. And that's his prerogative. But Ryan Baisley is the fullback, 6'1", 200-pounder, good size. And he is in the backfield with Lennox on second down and 8. They'll give it to Baisley. Room on the left side. Collins tries to ride him down, and he does at the 25-yard line, maybe to the 26. Collins with a good stop because Stillwater on its first possession facing a 3rd and 4 at their own 26-yard line. Braves already leading 7-0. Split backs behind McEwen. And in motion, and now setting, Matt Callahan is in the backfield. They'll give to Baisley, and he'll try the right side. He got nothing. He's wrapped up by Craig Newkirk. And Crewell, and no gain on the play. It brings up 4th, and we'll send him back a little farther. I think Mancini has seen the kicking game from Mechanicville.
Well, he's standing right about in the spot where he scored his 2 run back for touchdown this year, 60-some yards.
Snap, the punt is blocked. Braves block it, and it's scooped up, and it'll be a touchdown for Jeff Wiltie. Wiltie took it in from 5 yards out, blocking the kick of Jake Reavers, and with 8:05 to play in the first quarter, the Braves now lead 13-0.
That is the second blocked punt recovered by Jeff Wiltie for a touchdown
last week, and just missing. And he got that one, and the Braves are off to a terrific start. Extra point attempt from Ryan Hayes. Out of the hole to Michael Mancini. And Hayes booms it through. Braves 14, Stillwater nothing. You're listening to high school football on WENT.
Schools do their best to give students the education they need. Experiences outside school are important in forming proper attitudes. Schools provide counselors, extra teacher training, and
15-0. A 3-yard run from Newkirk and a blocked punt and a 5-yard run from Jeff Wiltie off of the blocked punt. And Ryan Hayes will kick off. And he booms one. Taken at the 5. Cutting to the left across the 25. Anthony Johnson. And he points against the better teams on its schedule.
Really, this is the worst thing to happen. A grinded out, defensive-minded team falling behind 2 scores this quick is the last thing they need.
And they'll set it up on first down, and they'll pass. McEwen rolls out, wants to throw short. Pass is complete to Brady, and Brady crosses the 35, gets to about the 38. About 8 yards.
You know, unless you want to call him Robert Reed.
High formation on second down and less than a yard. Now they break out of the eye, go to split back. They'll give it to Baisley. He's got the first down off left tackle, and he pulls ahead to the 44, where he is brought down by Aaron Kimball.
You have to delay the game today, Daddy.
They have a couple of guys with the last name of Brady and a couple other guys with the first name of Brady. Lots of Brady. The story of a family named Brady. First down at the 44-yard line. McEwen gives to the second man through, and crossing the 45, getting out to about the 48 was in the first 4 minutes of this game with 2 touchdowns. Trying to put together a drive to get back into it. On 2nd and 6 from the 48, Brady goes in motion. to give to Baisley off the right tackle. He's wrapped up and pulled down after about a yard and a half pickup. Not much. And Rob Freewell on the stop.
Perfect job. And that's the way it, not only it often is here, but the way it's expected to be here.
Third down and 5 from midfield.
Line up with the wide out.
And McEwen wants to run. He'll roll to the right side and get knocked out of bounds close to a first down near the Braves' 46-yard line. Again, Freewell on the stop for Fonda-Fultonville with Bill Lasky.
They had 3 wide receivers lined up in a lengthy I formation, and they were all the lead blockers on the rollout run by McEwen.
And he did. And Alex is correct.
That's in 5.
Your numbers for the $90 million lotto drawing.
That's where I draw the line.
Okay. First down for Stillwater at the Braves' 46-yard line.
Because the next time I'm talking to you on this radio station, I might be so dead wrong it won't even be funny. Or it might be absolutely correct, and you'll know by then.
On first down to get to Baisley, left side, he's wrapped up by Travis Smith. And Smith throws Baisley to the ground for no gain.
Nothing.
Tamarack ain't no Fonda-Fultonville.
Yep, we know Fonda-Fultonville, and they ain't no Fonda-Fultonville.
Second down and 10 from the 46. McEwen will keep it, rolling left, room to run, cuts inside, got a first down and more, and he's knocked down inside the 30-yard line and driven out of bounds, but McEwen picks up good yardage, and see that too often in high school football.
Never.
But McEwen will call the majority of his own plays. First down at the 30. They go with power eye, Baisley up the middle, and Baisley plows ahead for a couple before he's wrapped up.
Don't you have a note on one of
Like Braun to play football.
You're calling your own plays in high school. You must be smart. There's that I formation with the wideouts there on the right side.
Yeah, they've got the 3 wideouts lined up one behind the other on the right side on second down. McEwen rolls that way, looks to throw. Braves have it covered. McEwen will scramble, gets to the 25 and is dumped. Open field tackle by Rob Freewell at the 25-yard line. McEwen nothing. Fonda-Fultonville lead. 2:50 to play in the first quarter, and Stillwater with a sustained drive. Third down and 5 at the Braves' 25-yard line. Single back is Baisley, 2 slots and 2 wideouts.
Run and shoot.
And in motion is Lennox to the right side. McEwen looks to the left side. Will throw short. Pass is complete to Barber. And Barber is knocked out of bounds, but he gets the first down inside the 15 near the 12-yard line. Dick Stefano did not give me the impression that he liked to play that type of game, but he's pulling it out this afternoon, especially down by 2 touchdowns already. Power I formation on first down at the 12. To give to Lennox. Lennox is wrapped up and brought down. He may have gotten back to the line of scrimmage. Kruger is
Really no good. That always helps the defense when you only are defending a touchdown.
football at the Braves' 12-yard line. Stillwater facing a second and 10. Still working out of power I. And McEwen wants to throw. He's in trouble. He throws quickly, and the pass is caught. A diving attempt by Barber near the goal line. It'll break short of a first down, but a terrific catch by Barber. It looks like they'll mark it at the 4, so they pick up 8, and it's 3rd and 2.
Oh, he made it. Looks like it was going to be well short. You realize we've gone this deep into the first quarter. 6 passes have been tried, 3 by each team, and they've all been complete. That almost never happens here.
3rd and 2 from the 4 for Stillwater. They put Brady in motion from left to right, and they'll give it to Baisley. Baisley plows ahead. It looks like he's got first down yardage. He does not have a touchdown, but close to that 2-yard line.
Measured, I believe.
Stillwater putting together a nice drive, and they get the first down. No measurement here. First and goal. Stepping up to the line is quarterback D.J. McEwen. Brady will line up in the slot this time in the I formation. Lennox to the back. Quarterback sneak, and McEwen fights his way toward the goal line, but does not get in. He got to the 1, maybe inside. Well, with 4 seconds to go, they're just getting up to the line, and they will not get the play off. The quarter comes to an end. Fonda-Fultonville 14, Stillwater nothing. We'll be
In a month, corporate executives talk merger. Contractors keep building. Auto dealers and realtors.
another half yard, and they'll be right back in it. Second and goal. I formation behind McEwen. Now split backs. They'll give to Baisley. Baisley hit and driven down by Kyle Dwyer. A big stop. Dropping Baisley back at maybe the 2-yard line.
Size on the goal line defense and comes up with a big play.
Third and goal from the 1.5. Three backs behind McEwen. McEwen will keep, and he won't get anywhere as Travis Smith wrapped him up and threw him down right at the line of scrimmage. McEwen threw it. Crowd comes alive as Stillwater lines up to go for it on 4th down and goal at the Braves' 2-yard line. Three backs behind McEwen. Alex Mancini thinks there might be a pass. They send one of the backs in motion. There will be a pass. Over the middle, it's caught. Touchdown. Brady caught the tipped pass. Keith Banta got a hand on it, and Brady caught the play to be stopped. Banta got his hand on it, but Stillwater will go for 2.
What they've been doing exclusively in recent games, even though McEwen is a 10 for 13 kicker in league games this year.
They'll put Lennox in motion, and they move on the line. Mike Morelli jumped on the right side, so now they'll have to go for 2 from the 7-yard line instead of the 2-yard line.
When do we ever give these numbers to our Braves opponent on this field? 16 plays, 70 yards, 9.
That's critical when you're playing Fonda-Fultonville. Keep that football, grind it out, and Stillwater did. But if they don't score here, they're still down by 8 on this 2-point conversion. And they'll send Lennox in motion again. McEwen is going to get sacked on the 2-point conversion. Nick Bennett was all over him, never gave him a chance. So, 10.5 to play first half. Braves. TJ McEwen kicking off for Stillwater. Be chased down by Chris Digman over his shoulder catch at the 5, up the left sideline across the 20. Kickoff from McEwen, and Digman returns it about
per second. It would have been a full quarter since the Braves had their offensive team on the field.
They lead 14-6. The offense does take over at the 23. And they shredded the Stillwater defense on their first possession. They'll run on first down and get a couple across the 25 to about the 26-yard line. Glad you're with us on this Saturday afternoon for playoff football on WENT.
Been waiting for this week for a long time.
Split back. I wish the weather was like this the rest of the football season. Mancini to throw, and open a one-handed diving attempt at catch from Jeff Wilkie at the 47-yard line. The defender slipped. Wilkie was wide open and had
for Stillwater. The Braves have only had the ball for 6 plays as opposed to 20 for the Warriors.
High formation.
That was for 17 plays right for Stillwater, by the way.
Get to Newkirk, first man through. He crosses midfield and gets to the Stillwater 49-yard line before he do water. Wilkie with a good one. He's off to a good start, Jeff Wilkie is, with the block punt recovery for a touchdown and a one-handed diving catch. On second down, Newkirk again off right tackle. He's brought down after a short game. Brady Mahar, he's the guy who has... But it's not an easy thing to do. Not too many of them people are capable of doing that.
Gloversville kids wandering in to watch this one.
Third down and 4. Mancini to throw. Mancini looks. He's going to be picked off at the 31-yard line. Across the 35, Mike Morelli, a linebacker, gets across the 40. Mancini's pass.
But the Warriors showing some character coming back after being stunned so early on that blocked punt and that easy offensive drive.
Now on first down for Stillwater from their own 43-yard line. McEwen Back to throw. Back at the 35-yard line. Keith Banta nailed him and threw him to the ground, and Banta's getting like Mancini does not want to see that. Second down at 18 now. The football back at the 35-yard line. And McEwen will keep it and get wrapped up by Kyle Dwyer and finally thrown to the ground. See where they put it. McEwen carried Dwyer around for a little while, but they'll drop him back to the 29-yard line. 6.5 to play in the first half. It's 14-6. Fonda-Fultonville on top, and Stillwater, after getting the interception and the turnover, is going the other way, the wrong way for them. And McEwen will be under some pressure to throw. He's hit as he throws, and it's incomplete. Hammered by Keith Banta. Reavers will kick. He had his first punt blocked by the Braves. Kyle Collins stands at his own 39-yard line. Low snap. No rush this time. Low kick from Reavers. Collins lets it bounce. Now picks it up at the 35. Looks for room on the right side. 40, 45, and to midfield before he's knocked out of bounds there by Lennox. A good return from Kyle Collins.
6 yards out or more in 4 different methods.
Yes, when you talk big play player, you talk Kyle Collins.
Several receptions, a long run for a touchdown on a reverse, punt returns, and an interception return for a touchdown. And he knows how to run back interceptions for touchdowns in critical spots. Ask Glenn Small.
Putting new football in the game, throwing the old one to the visitor's side. Generally, the home team takes care of that, but
well, each team is allowed to use their own football.
The Braves did not want this one. 48-yard line, first down Braves in Stillwater territory. To give to Fuller, second man through. Room on the left side. He cuts outside at the 41 and is dragged down at the 35, breaking tackles to the 34. He was pulled from behind at near the 40-yard line, but
first weekend of November, the weather is always miserable. You got to be able to run. The Braves will be getting better at it as the season goes on.
I mean, it's not going to be like this the rest of the season.
You've lived here your whole life in the Northeast. Come on.
Yes, I have. They give up the middle. Newkirk with room to run. Inside the 30, near the 25, close to another first down, about a yard short. Split backs on 2nd and 1. And then in motion out of the backfield is Dingman. They'll give it to Pooler. He's got a first down, and he's dragged down after a short pickup by Todd McDonald on the stop, but Pooler gets the first hard around.
And so you got to be able to grind it out and run the football.
High formation behind Michael Mancini on first down at the 26-yard line. And Mancini, deep handoff. Pooler, room to run, not much. Got to the 20, picked up a few.
All the lanes, that guy's flying through the ball.
Kyle Collins goes wide to the left. He's way out there, watched by Barber. Single coverage with the ball on the right hash mark, and Mancini will call timeout.
It's not merely the Tri-Valley champions. We didn't put up this record because we played the Tri-Valley. They hear that stuff.
Oh, they know it. Well, they beat Gloversville this year in one of those 18 wins. So they've stepped out of the Tri-Valley. Braves now facing a 2nd and 8 at the Stillwater 20-yard line with a 14-6 lead. They give on the right side, and getting inside the 10-yard line, Craig Newkirk. He's got first down. They are running. And they have first and goal at the 9. Split backs behind Mancini. Dingman and Pooler. To give to Pooler, left side, or the pitch to Dingman on the left side. He gets hit, breaks off one tackle, and it gets down to about the 5. They faked the Pooler into the line and kept it on the football at the 4-yard line with 3:05 to play in the first half. The Braves up 14-6. Wishbone formation behind Mancini. And he gives to Dingman, left side. Dingman into the end zone. Touchdown, Fonda-Fultonville. Chris Dingman, a 4-yard touchdown run. 2:56 to play, first half. It's the Braves defensive team and shredded them. The only time they got stopped was when Mancini was intercepted. They stopped themselves. Hayes booms through the extra point. We'll talk about that more when we return. Braves 21, Stillwater 6. We're listening to high school football on
medical treatment and keeps current with the latest techniques and equipment without expense to the taxpayers. As a nonprofit organization, you can subscribe.
Came in here only giving up 12 points a game, and they're just marching with ease on.
They gave up less than 30 to both Mechanicville and Cambridge, the two best teams in the Northern Adirondack League. Ryan Hayes to kick off. And this will be taken by Brady at the 5. To the middle of the field, 10, 15. Looks for a hole, doesn't find one, and goes down near the 20. Kind of squirmed ahead across the 20
in other years, so I wouldn't be stunned.
Football at the 22-yard line for Stillwater. They have 2:49 to play in the half, down 21-6. And McEwen is rolling out on the option. And he won't be able to pitch it. He's whipped to the ground by Nick Bennett. Inside the 20 at the 19-yard line. McEwen wanted.
First team defense got the wake-up call from the 17 played right last week. Gibbons scored first, and these guys sat for a little while. And the second team defense got in a part of it anyway and made a good showing.
On second down and 12, the run to Lennox gets them nothing off the right side. And it looks like the Braves will stop the clock because it's going to be a 3rd and long, and the Braves do call timeout. Reception went backward, and so has this one. Now they're facing 3rd and 13, and McEwen will work out of the shotgun for the first time. Nope, quick kick, and it's blocked. The quick kick is blocked by the Braves, and it looks like Jason Kruger tries to pick it up. He gets knocked down. Braves will have terrific field position at the 10-yard line.
Defense and special teams has scored, not counting Ryan Hayes, 72 points this year. The defense has given up 74.
That's pretty good. Special teams have been critical for the Braves, a big part of their 7-0 season. First down at the 9. Mancini gives to Dingman, and he gets 1 or 2 to the 7. The Braves have plenty of time, 1:50. They'll line up in an I formation with Pooler and Dingman behind Mancini. Collins and Wilkie the wideouts. The fake to Dingman. Mancini to throw at 3 receivers, and it's almost intercepted by Brady. He had 3 receivers in the end. He came off under his own power. He seems to be okay, but he was shaken up. 3rd and goal at the 8. Mancini on the draw to Pooler. Left side, Pooler up the middle, touchdown! Eric Pooler, 8-yard touchdown run with 1:20 to play in the first half on a 3rd and goal from the 8-yard line. Pooler gets the TD. The Braves lead 27 disbelieving that.
Maybe they're better off having not seen this in person.
Yeah, you might be right.
One thing to watch him on film.
Ryan Hayes for the extra point. Good job by Mancini to get it down, and Hayes boots it through. Braves 28, Stillwater 6. We'll be back after this.
One thing I wanted to get an athlete. Special Olympics gave me that opportunity. My dream became reality.
There are many children and adults with mental...
They needed this field to be a soup kitchen before they got here to have any chance.
Ryan Hayes will do the kicking. End over end will be taken by Brady at the goal line, and he was into the end zone. And it's an automatic touchback into the end zone, and Brady's right foot went across the goal line, so kick. Did not line up. He lined up in the shotgun for the first time on that quick kick play. The Braves may have read that. He's back under center on first down at the 20. 3 receivers to the right, lined up in that eye, and we had motion out of the backfield as Matt Callahan wasn't going horizontally. He was going vertically toward the line of scrimmage.
It's not the Canadian Football League, Matt. You can't do that.
Can't get that running start.
Or the Arena League.
Well, franchises in the league.
Yeah, for a while, but that was a classic blueprint on how not to keep your team.
On first down at the 15-yard line. 1st and 15. And McEwen rolling out is able to break 1 tackle. Now will run, and he's dragged down from behind by Kyle Dwyer, who's had a fabulous first half. McEwen was out of bounds on the play, so the clock stops. 1:09 left in the first half. 28-6, Fonda-Fultonville.
I think they don't need.
Yeah, they don't need the clock to stop. But they have been looking to the air, not playing conservatively. McEwen rolling to his left, wants to throw over the middle. His pass is complete. to Jake Reavers, and Reavers gets knocked out of bounds at the 39-yard line of Fonda-Fultonville. The clock down now. They'd like to get in scoring position. Obviously, by throwing the football, they were not going to play conservatively at the end of the half. First down at their own 39. McEwen rolling right. McEwen a jump pass, and it's almost intercepted by Jeff Wilkie, who had green grass and high tides in front of him, and we'll just tell you that they have a new quarterback in, at least for this play.
Well, he's a JV quarterback. We'll call him John Vaughn.
Well, he's a small guy, and he'll give the ball. Just hands off to Lennox, who was hammered at the 45. He falls forward to about the 46-yard line. And that'll be the only play he's been taking in this game. That may not be the last time he's knocked out of it. He's been hammered a few times.
Any folks who've ever sat at home and say, hey, that's an easy job, I can do it. It's the type of stuff we have to deal with sometimes.
Really thank the coaches for letting us know. 3rd and 3 at the 46. McEwen to throw. This time with time, but he'll scramble. Runs to his right, gets a first down and more to the 45, spins down inside the Braves 40-yard line and is knocked out of bounds at about the 39, where he'll get a first at the Braves 39. 28-6, Fonda-Fultonville on top. Ball on the right hash mark with Barber left as the only wide out. They'll try the reverse, or they'll give it up the middle on the reverse, as Lennox gave to Brady, and Brady carried the ball down near the 30-yard line before he's...
If Cambridge ends up playing Fonda in the last C-Tel game, they're going to want to have a couple of those, and they've got the running game that could do it.
The Braves offense went almost an entire quarter without being on the field.
Now McEwen's lined up at wideout.
McEwen is at wideout, and number 2 is back at quarterback, and he's throwing to the left side to McEwen, and it's incomplete at the 12-yard line. McEwen well covered by Chris Wiltie.
He isn't showing that he can't move his legs out there.
Todd McDonald is the center from scrimmage for Stillwater, facing a 3rd and 1 at the 29 of Fonda-Fultonville, and people are moving all over. It's going to be 3rd and 6. It looked like only the center made the mistake there. McEwen made the call. The entire line started moving. McEwen took a step back and then finally got the ball. So if I were to guess that time, the center was the only one who was Stillwater 6. And now Stillwater with 3rd and 6 at the Braves just inside the 35-yard line. Single setback, 2 receivers on either side of DJ McEwen. Back to throw. He's going to air it out, and it is incomplete near the 10-yard line. 4 defenders and 2 receivers down there, and McEwen just throwing it up, blowing across the field, not at anybody's back in particular,
which it often does here, the way that the field was configured and built.
So now on 4th down from the 35-yard line, McEwen will throw. McEwen throws it over the middle, and it is intercepted by Mike Mancini, and Mancini breaking tackles at the 5, to the 10, the 15. A flag is down, and Mancini's down near the 20-yard line, and that would be the end of the half.
That'll be the end of the first half.
Penalties likely to be on Fonda-Fultonville. And Mancini comes over and gets a high five from his father for the interception. And the Braves go into the locker room at halftime with a 28-6 lead over Stillwater. We'll be back to recap half number 1 for you right after this.
Now at participating John Deere dealers, take home all the lawn and garden equipment you want without actually promises not to press charges. Nothing runs like a Deere. Offer ends October 27, 2000. Subject to approved credit on John Deere credit revolving plan. Personal use only. See Casey Canary, Route 5S Fultonville, and Canary Classic between John...
Typically, are the Section 2 football teams and basketball teams that make their way north handle the Section 7 and 10 teams. It didn't happen last year, but there's a long way to go to get through this section right now. You've got Mechanicville is sitting here waiting for next week's game.
Last year, not only to run to that Peru quarterback, but the next round there was that Sammy Maldonado who ran for like 300 yards a game, and his team won the state title. So, you know, they can find these Sammy Maldonados in the states in Class C. You don't know. Again, it's a big state, a lot of talent out there. Braves will kick off to start the second half. Again, we got much nicer weather for a few days in October than we're supposed to, and now we'll pay for it. So they'll have to hold the ball. Jeff Wilkie does that. Hayes' kick is short and spinning, and hits and is knocked around by Brady. He picks up at the 20, running right. It's past a few, and the last man knocks him down at the 30. There was a couple.
They don't have the big play offense. If they grind out a 9.5-minute drive and use up the entire quarter scoring another TD, and then they've only got one quarter to play, and they're still 2 scores down.
Senior quarterback C.J. McCune sets the line and pitches to Anthony Lennox sweeping left. As blockers in front. Now the pursuit. He tries to cut it back. Flags are down. He's down for a loss.
Got a face mask on Fonda-Fultonville.
And this time there are 4 officials throwing 4 flags. Well, there's 5 officials out there. 4 of them threw flags. It's against the Braves.
Travis Smith knew it, and he's disappointed, but he knew it. He doesn't have to be told what happened when Lennox stopped and cut back to his left. Smith kept
first and 6. So it's not an automatic first down on the 5-yard variety. So that means the play counted for a loss of 1 and then a 5-yard mark-off. Lennox won't like that against the statistics. Sweeping right is Matt Callahan, and lowers his head and drills the Braves tackler, getting to the 38.
Bouncing right there he is in this game.
Unusual depth at a position for a Northern Adirondack this year, and they've got a decent number of players on the sideline.
Called up some JV players for the postseason.
Hands off and down in the backfield. Callahan erased by Kyle Dwyer, having the game of his life as junior. His size when Dwyer's in there. He's not 300, but he's big.
He's big and he's quick.
3rd and 5 at the 35. Back to split, 1 receiver each side. Braves showing blitz. McCune wants to throw. Short one out in the flat, caught by Farber. Breaks a tackle, tight roping, and he can't stay in bounds past midfield. High formation with the backs. Now they break out of that and split them. 1 receiver each side. The handoff, Lennox breaks tackle, put down in the backfield for a 1-yard loss. Josh Wittermeyer there.
Playing it. They'd still like to be able to run the football and move downfield, but they're going to be forced to throw a lot more passes than they want to.
9:18 left, 3rd quarter, 28-6 Fonda-Fultonville leading. 3 receivers on this play, 2 right, 1 left, no tight end. Take the counter handoff. McEwen throws deep down the right sideline, off the hands of Dingman and off the hands of Jake Reavers, who would have scored if it had passed the game. I mean, teams practice those things, but how do you control which way you deflect the ball if you just miss catching? 3rd and 11, close to midfield. Braves have 5 men on the line. Breathing heavily, wanting to get McEwen. Now they shift around. McEwen drops back. Here they come. Kruger chasing them. McEwen evades him. He'll keep it. Cuts inside Dwyer and gets a first down. That's a 39-yard line. Very close to it.
He got 11, but we'll see if they give him the first down. McEwen showing terrific scrambling ability. Gave a stiff arm to Kruger, and he did get the first down.
Yeah, where's
the block kicks, and Stillwater is doing a pretty nice job staying with Fonda-Fultonville. But special teams part of the game.
28-6 to score. Braves leading. First down at the 39. Lennox the ball carries to move up the middle. Then gets shoved back by Wittermeyer. Forward progress is
This is Murray.
And Amstander also starting to compare Damian Ward favorably to him. 2nd and a long 7, just inside the 37-yard line. 3 receivers to the left, not in that I formation this time. McEwen rolls that way, being chased by Bennett. It gets away from him, fires, floater up for grabs, knocked down by Travis Smith. 2 receivers.
And this is Murray just donated the entire $310 back to the Booster Club.
Judy Murray, that's one of my daughter Laura's teachers, gave the 50-50 raffle money back to the Boosters Club after she won it. $310. A lateral pass to Brady. He wanted to throw, but nothing's there. He'll run, and he'll be surrounded, breaks a couple of tackles, and gets to the 33.
Ended up getting about 4 on the rushing play, but they need to do something with it. They can't afford to kill the clock when they're down by 3 touchdowns.
4th and 4 to 33. Again, 3 receivers to the right. 1 left, 1 back, no tight end. Braves want to rush. McEwen, quick drop. Again, a lateral pass to Brady. Now he throws it. He's walloped when he does it. No good, and the Braves take over.
Yeah, 5 minutes and 32 seconds and got nothing out of it.
So the Braves get it for the first time in a half. Their lead intact at 28-6. Two tight ends, one receiver to the right. To give to Newkirk, and good penetration. He'll get nothing and like it, like Chris Myers.
Team, and they had a nice drive going, but it was time-consuming, and they didn't get the score they needed.
Second and 11 at the 32. Ball on the right hash mark. Back in the night tandem. Two receivers right, one left. Mancini gives to Pooler, who's knocked down at the line of scrimmage by Todd McDonald.
He got in a position to maybe test them, but never got close enough to beat them, and right now Stillwater's not close enough.
Run and shoot lineup in the shotgun formation for Mancini. He takes the snap, looking over the middle, wobbly pass and no good. Intended for Wilty, and it's fourth down. Players and coaches indicated too much concern about that late April Park rally. We may talk about them in practice. Rush on Dingman. He gets the punt away, a spinner, gets a good bounce to the 36-yard line where they'll touch it down at 4:50 in the third quarter. The Braves have only given up 6 points in third quarters the whole season. Didn't do it on the last possession. Now on the right hash mark, first and 10 at their own 36 for the Warriors. McEwen gives to Lennox, and hardly anything there. They throw him back. Paisley has disappeared. He hasn't even been playing. Our player knocked out of the game by the Braves defense. Second and 10. Again on the right hash mark. Everybody up within 5 yards of the line of scrimmage for the Braves. They fake the handoff. McEwen left side for Barber. Can't hold on. He was thinking about evading Chris Wilty and scoring and forgot to take the ball.
Across the sideline with still the football pants on and just a T-shirt. And that may very well be bases.
Third and 10 at the 36. 4 minutes to play third quarter. 28-6 the score. Fonda-Fultonville on top. High formation, two receivers left. McEwen straight drop, wants to throw. And it's caught by Brady, close to a first down, and runs out of bounds and gets it at the 48 of Stillwater. The only two numbers that have ever mattered in a sporting contest.
They are.
First down Warriors at their own 48. One receiver each side, split backs. Motion man Brady right to left. Takes the handoff. They do give it to Callahan, who's in trouble in the backfield. Spins off, hit, gets close to midfield.
Stillwater not allowing anybody to get outside on it.
Close to midfield, second and 8. Ball just likes to stay on the right hash mark in this quarter. Again, a nice tandem, two receivers left. McEwen straight drop, wants to throw. Deep down the left sideline. Diving try. Brady almost caught it over Collins, who seemed out of the position, but
Keys is a factor in some of these longer passes that McEwen is trying to throw. Ball is being held up.
Two wide outs to the left. Back in the eye. McEwen wants to throw. Steps up over the middle. Wide open. Barber at the 30. Squirts through a couple. Dragging Craig Newkirk to the 19. First down Warriors. Braves rushes too often.
Barber was wide open in that secondary.
It looked pretty because they were able to execute it so well. Give their line a lot of credit. Again, two receivers left. Ball still on the right hash mark. First down Warriors at the 19. McEwen the pass. Left side, Brady. Oh, Jeff Wilty just missed an 80-yard touchdown. Brady played defense. And
we are carrying their feed, and it's John Miller who isn't bad in.
Oh, yeah. Usually they provide you with terrific voices. He is one. Two receivers left, ball on the right hash mark. Second and 10, McEwen the pass. Looking deep, being flushed out of the pocket, runs, running left, stiff arms a man, and gets to the 13. And now extra people flying over the pile, the flag goes down.
Well, there was a block. Reavers and for Fonda-Fultonville, Keith Banta were in a little bit of a tussle there, and they rolled over the pile. I don't know that there would be a flag. Oh, it's a clip anyway. It won't have anything to do with them. They rolled over the pile at the end, but it's a 15-yard clip on Stillwater, and instead of facing a third down and about 3, they're going to face second down and 18.
The penalty marked from where the clip took place was right where the tackle was made. So it goes back to the 28. So McEwen gets credit for the gain, and then every time something frustrating happens to a visiting team in our broadcast here, we'd have retired years ago. Now the ball's on the left hash mark. How do you like that? 2nd and 18. McEwen straight drop. They pick up the rush. Now he's dodging people. Now running. 25. Gets away from another and spills to 21 by Rob Freewell. This guy is...
Now at this level, many of them also play offense, but not as tiring to play offense.
One receiver left, 2 right, and the second one left. A run and shoot set. 3rd and 11 at the 21. McEwen sets the line. Back to pass. Has time. Right corner of the end zone for Reavers. Off his hands. Kyle Collins reaching in, may have tipped it. 4th down.
Yeah, Reavers upset with him.
Reavers now he's doing some running in place exercise to keep loose.
Yeah, many of the offensive players who don't get out there on defense have been doing that, running on the sideline.
4th down, 2 receivers left. High formation. Now a motion man to the right. McEwen back to pass. Big blitz. And down he goes, Jason Kruger. And the Braves take over. Another time in our pockets. More frustrating.
McEwen another minute or another second or 2, I should say. But as it was, he left McEwen all alone back there.
There was a 10-yard loss. At the 31-yard line, Braves ball 1st and 10. Fuller in motion. Left to right. They'll throw it to the right side to Elias. The ball pops out, and Fuller recovers it. Brady just absolutely thrilled Elias. They got the helmet on the ball. It
Office of Fulton County and Relax. An inexpensive 1-year family or individual membership entitles you to as many trips as necessary during the year. The ambulance service bills Medicare, Medicaid, or third-party insurance and accepts what they pay. You do no pay.
Touchdown, and those have been the keys for Fonda-Fultonville. When the offense isn't on the field, the special teams and the defense this year are like having an offense out there.
Here's come out 2nd and 5 in the shotgun with 2 receivers each side. Mancini over the middle. Wiltie wide open. It's a foot race, and away he goes. 65-yard touchdown Braves, Jeff Wiltie. With 11:50 left, 4th quarter, 34-6.
And that was a simple play that the Braves, I'm sure, saw in the Stillwater defense. Oh, I believe so.
Okay. Hayes going for 5 for 5 and 37 for 38 on the year. High snap flags are down. He made the kick. We'll see who the penalties are. We'll sort this out in a moment. Talking to Mike Mancini. The white cap referee.
Spending a lot of time, Alex Mancini just saying, kick the point. Pretty much automatic with Ryan Hayes.
Well, they have to mark it off. It was a dead ball foul against the defense, so they have to kick it over.
Move it up a yard or 3/4 of a yard and try it again.
How would you like to have a kicker that's 36 for 37? The one miss was a block, if I remember right.
It's a real weapon, especially at this time of year.
And he has 2 field goals on the season. And they'll try it again, and he'll rip it right through there again. With a score 35-6 on the Fultonville. We'll be right back.
Now at participating John Deere dealers, take home all the lawn and garden equipment paperwork, agree to pay later, and John Deere promises not to press charges. Nothing runs like a Deere. Offer ends October 27, 2000. Subject to approved credit on John Deere credit revolving plans. Personal use only. See KC Cameras license training, computer technical support, and HVAC are just a few of the many options. Contact the HFM Bose's Career and Technical Center, 212 County Highway 103, Johnstown.
Hayes kicks off at the 5-yard line. Jason Watson down the left side, now cuts to the middle, 30, swinging it right side, has room, 35, cuts inside a couple others. Well, run back, he's still on his feet. They finally drag him down from behind at the 47. A spectacular play by Jason Watson.
Well, Gibbons, they only had 7 plays the entire second half. They still scored 2 touchdowns, both from the defense. This offense is not tired at Fonda-Fultonville. That we know.
They may be on the field the least of any good team in Section 2. Big rush on McCune, in trouble, hit as he throws, almost intercepted by Chris Dingman, who had no reason to fall down except to express his jersey, which they were able to do last year against Glens Falls, and it helped.
Well, if they end up playing Cambridge, you've got two top seeds there.
Yeah, you truly do. The give to Callahan. He spins off a hit and down to midfield. 3 yards, third.
The game's starting at 2 this afternoon. We're hoping to get some of the other scores from other places, but we're not really sure what's going to happen today.
McEwen sets the line, blitz on. They pick it up to some extent, but here comes Fanta, and he evades him somehow, and now Jason Kruger just rams him into the turf for the sack.
I think the Braves have put this one away. We'll prepare to play Mechanicville next Saturday afternoon right here.
Jake Reavers, now the punter. High snap. Here they come. He just got it away.
They got a hand on it.
They may have touched that. It bounces backward. It's tipped. Now fumbled by a Braves player, and the Warriors recover, and Mike Brady tries to advance the ball. Matt Brady, and he gets to the 47. The punt ended up only going about 4 yards because 21. They made a very quick explanation. I didn't catch it.
Yeah, the referees usually are mic'd here. They are not mic'd today.
He is mic'd, but he says so fast and so low that we couldn't hear him. And Braves are out in this very weird formation. Stillwater calls time and don't want to deal with it. Very five-star sponsors for helping us produce these Sentinel high school broadcasts. And I know I want to say this next Friday in the locker room show, and I'll probably forget. So I'll do it now. Thank you very much to the Manor House. They've been the sponsor of that show ever since it came on in 1984.
Yes, they have, and we do thank them. They are the reason why that show stays on, and we know people listen to it. We get a lot of comments.
They've got great macaroni and cheese there, too. Now the Braves in the normal formation. Eric Kooler, the ball carrier, and gets 4 yards up the middle. Came out in one of those with a 35-6 lead, and they shouldn't. They got Mechanicville and then maybe Cambridge to deal with, or Waterville East. The referees step in as they were ready to play. Now they'll let them play. High formation, one receiver each side. 2nd and 5. I'll get to the middle again. This time Newkirk. He gets to the 34, 2 yards, 3 to 3.
Braves offense hasn't been on the field much this afternoon, so they're getting a little workout in here and practicing some of their formations.
Our Nick Bennett at right guard, the right tackle. We'll give you the right guard in a moment. 3rd and 3 for the Braves. Mancini back to pass. Deep down the right sideline for Wiltsey, and he dives and can't get it.
He's man fourth down. Right guard, by the way. Opportunity.
4th and 4. 4th and 3, maybe. That's the 34, and the Braves will try for it. Splitting the backs, one receiver each side. Left hash mark from the spot. Mancini wants to throw the quick one right side. Wiltsey makes the catch, has the first down. Can't evade the tackle of Matt Brady, and he's down to 30. With 8:16 to play, fourth quarter, 35-6 Fonda-Fultonville leading, and they're trying to get on 1st and 10. Same pro set formation. Mancini quick drop. Left side timing pattern. Collins picked off Anthony Barber. Stumbles, then tries to get around Collins, who's dragging him from behind, and he takes it out to 20. He doesn't stumble. He's off to the races.
I think it gets
logistical nightmares, but we'll handle it because we're the sports station. At the 20-yard line, first down Warriors.
Ready to spend the weekend in Kingston?
That's an exciting prospect. On the left side pass, the receiver slips and falls. The pass incomplete. McEwen trying to hit left. In fact, I think WENT has done more to preserve the memory of Barry Manilow than any other station around.
And it's well-deserved preservation.
Right. There's the 3 receivers in the eye on the left side from Stillwater. McEwen rolling that way. Evades a diving attempt to tackle him, running the ball. 25-30 gets a block downfield. Now it's a foot race. 50, 40, 30, and taken out of bounds close to the 20. DJ McEwen.
Number 29, Kyle Collins.
He is just Mike Mancini playing any defense. He's out there again at safety. Had an interception on the last play of the first half. 7.5 minutes to go. Stillwater not giving up. Down by 29 points. Callahan, the ball carrier, stacked up at the line, nothing there. Travis Smith was there. That's, it's one thing to get hurt. They still have another game to play after this.
Yes, they do. Boy, that's got to be a tough thing.
Yeah, 8-week playoff for them. They play that crossover game next week. Right side pass McEwen to Brady at the 15. Trying to fake out a man, knocked out of bounds by Mancini at the 14.
He close to dark.
This game had a fast pace early, but not now. Ball on the right hash mark. 3rd and 2 for the Warriors at the Brave 15. Callahan up the middle, flips through and gets to the 10 as a first down.
Brought down by Cougars. Be a first down for the Warriors.
The first matchup he has with Mike Piazza.
Where absolutely nothing will happen unless maybe Piazza's a homer off there, which he used to do a lot, which is why Clemens beamed him. At the 10, but they could get a first down inside the 1. Left side pass, Barber off his hands. He would have scored easy.
Off the hands of Barber.
And he buries his face in his hand. It happens and kind of scoff at it. But Johnstown failed to get a first down against Gloversville in a spot like this. So they could have got a first down inside the 1, and the ball would stop at the 1, and then they turn the ball over on downs against Gloversville. In a key spot.
Well, that's to do with where the official marks the football.
So it can matter. McEwen fakes the handoff. Left side Brady cuts inside a man, and he will waltz into the end zone. Touchdown Stillwater. With 5:50 left, 5:49 left in the game. 35-12 Fonda-Fultonville. So 93 to 35 favor Stillwater. Now they have it correct, and they'll go for 2.
Just waiting for the Stillwater run. Steve, comment from somebody.
McEwen sets the line. Fakes the handoff, and now a reverse to reverse, and it's the old rework as he's surrounded and thrown down for a huge loss. They better rework that play.
Valuable lesson. She taught me the value of hard work. She taught me to play fair, and she taught me how to share. Now that I'm older,
Coaching scouts still stay.
Don't want to miss anything, Alex. Not at this point in the season.
McEwen bounces the onside kick, and falling on and losing and then getting it back, Craig Newkirk. The ball went about 18 yards, giving him the chance to lose it and get it back.
Yeah, that wasn't exactly. This is a surprisingly easy win for Fonda-Fultonville, I think, but I'm not sure they can expect any of this the rest of the way, whether it be in the section or the state.
And they'll work on the passing game in the shotgun. Mancini takes the snap. Steps back, fires to Wilkie at midfield, and he catches it. Falls at the 49, or right at midfield, he'll say. 2nd and 2.
They've put together a good program in Stillwater now. They have a competitive team. They've had it for a couple of years. They'll be back.
Mancini under center, gives on the up-the-middle play, and Newkirk plowing through 36, 37-yard line, 13 yards and a first down. Continue on through their senior year and be stars in the line. He's one of them. He snaps to Mancini, who loses control, managed to pluck it out of the air and not lose any yardage or the ball.
I can just imagine the eyes of Michael Mancini of the day.
They had a couple of long touchdown runs this year, but they haven't had to do that today. Now in the shotgun, 2 receivers to the right, 1 left. That's Kyle Collins. High snap he takes. Swing to Dingman down the right side, who stood up and knocked backwards at the 33, made 5 yards. So it's 3rd and 6. They're all overtime games here, let's face it.
They seem like it.
3rd and 6, ball on the right hash mark. Mancini again, 5 yards behind the ball, feels the snap. Over the middle, misses Collins, incomplete.
Of course, if you look at the score,
in their home maroon gold pants, maroon helmets, white numbers. Took the names off the uniforms a few years ago. Mancini back to pass, makes 2 handoffs while doing it. Deep down the left sideline, wide open Collins with the ball wobbling. He's able to stand there and catch it at the 8 and tackle at the 7. He was about 14 counties behind the defense, but Mancini didn't get enough on the throw. 2:45 play clock running, 35-12 range. Going into the shot, or the wishbone set, with no wide out, 2 tight ends. To power the ball in. On count Mancini. Fuller, right side. Taken out from behind, fine.
They're always on the move.
The pep band has disbanded for the day. Their job done.
They've been peppy enough.
Up the middle, Newkirk dragged down to 3. Third and goal. Their advancement to the second round of the Class C Section 2 playoff. Now one receiver right with 3 backs again. And City fakes the handoff. Right corner, Collins! Touchdown, Fonda-Fultonville. Kyle Collins is 10th of the year from 4 yards out. Minute 24 left makes it 41-12. They're automatic, going for 6 for 6 today. Braves actually have their scoring average lowered unless they get another touchdown. High snap, they get it down. His kick is floating to the bar and over it for 1 point. With a score of 42-12, Braves leading. We'll be right back.
And you probably also know that Fulton-Montgomery Community College is one of those colleges. What you may not know is that FMCC is now considered
A 58-yard, 9-play drive. And they used up more than 4 minutes on that drive, running the clock down to a minute 24.
The kickoff to the left side and bouncing right out of bounds. He hooked that one like a soccer player might.
It may be the first time
in 84 seconds, goes directly to the NFL. He'll try with the run and shoot. E.J. McCune sets his line. Sends a man in motion. Rolls left. Fake. In trouble. Scrambling. Getting away from people. 35-40. Around another man and trips up at the 47. No one's calling for a read. One receiver left, 2 right. Minute 3, they're hurrying. First down to Braves at their own 47. Wants to throw, set. Now drilled. Gets rid of it before he falls and hits Brady, who spins off a couple of hits and gets to the 49, maybe the 50. And any high school kid who ever fell way behind the game and stopped giving his best effort should watch this and be ashamed of themselves. These guys are really working right in the event. People are getting a lot of inside radio from this.
Yeah, they are. Maybe more than they want to know.
Second down for the Warriors at the midfield stripe. 6 yards to go. McEwen throwing deep. Overthrows everybody. You know, the score finally got to 30 points, so we never knew before that.
That means you're behind.
Oh, yeah. Well, Alex Mancini was talking about how happy he was because of his running game, and they haven't had to throw it more than 20 times hardly any of their games this year. And they like to throw. McEwen rolling left, being chased by the whole village, and down he goes with 5 guys. And that's what it takes to sack this guy.
That's the 6th sack. And most of them have come from
4th and 16 at the 40. No quick kicks here. He'll go into the run and shoot. McEwen, straight drop. Airs it out, down the right sideline, and picks off. Chase Hansen gets the interception at the 30. Jake Reavers took the ball away from him. He's staring at the official, wanting to call his way, won't get it. They're finally coming to the line. Luke Benicio will take the snap. The way they're lined up, he's just going to drop to his knee. And he does. So we can say he participated in a playoff game. Final score is Fonda-Fultonville 42.
Okay, from Wayne, Jeff, and myself, final score here from Fonda 42-12. Fonda beating Stillwater again next week against the Mechanical Red Raiders. And it's not